What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be talking about 7 ways to make Meseta right now to fund anything you need in the Kvaris region. Some of these methods are going to be very easy to get into and require no additional people, and others are going to require a lot of coordination, but the payoff can be tremendous. So let's get right into it. The first method that I'm going to show you guys is veteran farming. I actually have a video about this for the Retem region, but this is the first time I will be showing you vet farming in the Kvaris region. I will have an imagery link down below to a veteran map, but I am going to simply tell you to farm only Frostyls. The veteran Frostyl enemy will drop a Frostyl soul. This is the only place aside from trials that you can drop this soul, so it is going for a tremendous amount of Meseta in the game right now. Additionally, this is another place that you can drop Dreadkeeper 3s and 6-star and 7-star units and weapons, so there is a lot of money making options here. But even if you don't drop Frostyl Soul 3 and Dreadkeeper 3, the level 2 versions of these capsules are still selling for quite a bit. So even if you don't hit these level 3 capsules, you can still make quite a bit farming these for a few hours. Now, the simple strategy to finding these Frostyl veterans is to take the Mount Ihana West Ryuker in West Kvaris and then fly down the cliff to the beach side. As long as you are below the region mag that is in the West Kvaris region, you will see the spawn of the veteran Frostyl as you are flying down. There is a new way that you can actually coordinate this with other people. You can use the transfer feature in the friends list or alliance list to call out to people, and they can simply transfer right to you rather than having to go to their own Ryuker and block transfer or room transfer to you. Once again, a reminder for vet farming, you need to be looking for rooms between 10 to 13 minutes to see that veteran Frostyl spawn, or you need to look for older rooms through the room transfer system to try to see if there is a room with one already spawning. But since Kvaris is brand new, there are a bunch of players playing, and there are a bunch of West Kvaris rooms populated at any given time, so you shouldn't have any issue finding these veterans. The next money-making system is actually not in Kvaris, it's back in Retem, but it's our tried and true method for Deftness capsules. It's Deftness farming using the West Retem system. I have a video right here I will link. I highly suggest watching that video if you haven't seen it yet, but this type of farm requires you to have at least 17 people in very specific areas, and you're essentially going to be clearing monsters in your specific area. And since there are so many people clearing this region, monsters are instantly repopulating throughout the map and then instantly being destroyed again. You can almost think of this type of farm as PSE bursting, but not in a combat zone. You can get upwards of 15 to 20 Deftness 3s per hour depending on where you are in the map, and those are going anywhere from 70k to 90k in our server currently. So that is millions of Meseta per hour. The best thing about this type of farm, they are level 17 monsters, so you can be very low leveled and participate in this farm. This also does not require you to have that significant of gear since these monsters are so weak. All that really matters for this farm is that you are one of the tech-based classes, so you can use Zond to more easily clear out the monsters, because speed is the name of the game for this farm. Like I said, it does require a lot of people, at a minimum 17 people, so this isn't going to be possible for everyone, but you can still go run around in the West Retem region solo for Deftness, and you can also do this in West Alio. I have a video showcasing a simple route that you could do solo, and you can get anywhere from 5 to 7 Deftness 3 capsules per hour by yourself. Another thing about Deftness farming is that you are getting Might 3, Precision 3, and Technique 3. Those are all still completely relevant in the Kvaris meta, and specifically, you can expect these Stat 3 capsules to be used in the Decold Might, Precision, and Technique capsule exchanges. So these are going for a pretty fair price right now, but they are going to be worth more in the given weeks and months. The third farm that I'm going to show you today is Rayjord Gorge farming. Now, why would you want to farm Rayjord Gorge? The first reason is that you can farm decold standard 1s and 2s here. Why is that so important? Well, these capsules reduce the amount of cold temperature damage you take. And we already have in the game something called Decold Might, Precision, and Technique. You can bet that we are going to have capsule exchanges in the near future. It is going to require these decold standards and stat 3 capsules to make those decode might, precision, and techniques. So this is going to be a very sought after capsule when we move into the ancient meta next week and the Rayjord Gorge becomes even more popular. You can also farm 6-star and 7-star weapons and units here since all of the monsters are above level 50, but this farm is going to require a lot out of you. Since they are level 64 monsters, you need to be level 60, so you have to hit max cap level. You also need to find a way to get cold temperature damage resistance into your build. There's a couple ways you can do this. You can invest in the red box Sestato armors, the Arga, Shiza, and Belta variants. Every account has access to 3 red boxes on their account that will give you one of each type. These units automatically come with decode might, precision, and technique. You can also buy these off of the personal shop, and I would highly recommend at least buying a second one that will give you 50% cold temperature resistance if you equip both of those. On top of that, every time a region mag is completely filled, you get the region buff, and that is 10% additional cold temperature resistance. So that's upwards up to 30% right there. And then on top of that, when you cook yourself quick food, as long as you use 10 Kvaris region ingredients, that is another 30% damage resistance. So that's 110% cold temperature damage resistance if you are using 2 of these Sestato armors. But even if your region mags aren't filled, that is putting you at 80% damage resistance. That is going to make this Rayjord Gorge farm much more achievable since you're taking very little damage. Basically, you're going to be running in a huge pack at the upper half of the Rayjord Gorge. There is a bunch of monster spawns all along the right cliffside edge, as well as 3 large bosses that can spawn at any given time. And so basically, you're just going to be running in a big oval, clearing these big boss enemies and clearing all the regular monsters. Any single monster here has a chance to drop those decode standard 1s and 2s, but you also have a chance for those high rarity weapons. The price right now of those decode standards isn't too much, but as we get into more content, especially when ancients are relevant, these standards are going to be expensive since they will most likely be used for capsule exchanges. So you can get ahead of the game right now, start farming some of these decode standards, and maybe make a killer profit in the next week or 2. The next farming method is going to be yellow triggers. This is a tremendous way to level up your classes, but with the Kvaris region update, the rank 2 ale yellows and ret yellows will get you a domina capsule of the respective regions. So if you do a rank 2 ale yellow, you will get an ale domina upon completion, and it's the same thing if you do a rank 2 ret yellow, you will get a ret domina when you complete it. You will also be getting a gold prim armor and sword, which are also valuable for leveling up gear, but can be sold in the personal shop for a little bit of Meseta. Now, these yellow triggers will require a little bit of Meseta investment on your part. You will need 5 of that yellow trigger to participate in one of these runs, but it only requires 5 from the party leaders. So if you can get into a group with 3 other people that all have 5 triggers themselves, for only 5 triggers investment, you can run 4 times, which means you are going to be getting 4 domina for only 5 triggers cost. So this is a really easy way to make guaranteed money. Those swords and armors will sell. It's not for a lot, but remember, you're getting 4 runs worth of those armors and swords and those dominas too. The 5th way that you could be making money right now is with purple triggers. Much like the yellow triggers, there is an Alio and a Retem version, plus a Kvaris version too, but you can get a bunch of highly sought after capsules and gear in these purple triggers with just a little bit of Meseta investment. Specifically, you can get the Gigas stat lineup, and all of these Gigas stat 3 capsules are going anywhere from 60k up to 120 or 130k currently on ship 2. That is not going to change anytime soon. This is one of the best capsules for any build right now, and they are also used for a lot of exchangeable capsules right now, so they are going to be relevant for quite a bit of time. Not only that, you do have the chance to get some rare camos and some rare motions depending on which purple trigger you do. You can make a bunch of money here guaranteed because of those capsule drops. You will need 5 of the purple trigger that you plan to run, but just like those yellow triggers, as long as you have a full party all with 5 purple triggers, it only consumes the party leader's triggers. So you can get 4 runs for the cost of 5 purple triggers. That means as long as you can drop 1 Gigastat 3 capsule, you are basically breaking even, and any other drops from that point on, you are making Meseta off of. So this is guaranteed money as long as you're willing to run these purple triggers over and over. The sixth way that you could be making money right now is rank 1 Retem Alnothe farming. This is back in the Retem region, but this is an incredible way to make money, and this is one of the best ways to make money for anybody that is free to play out there and doesn't have access to a personal shop. The beauty behind rank 1 Retem Alnothe is that you are clearing so many monsters so easily because they're such a low level monster. You are getting raw Meseta. You can get upwards of 200 to 400,000 Meseta per hour without having to sell anything. Not to mention, you can also drop Retem yellow and Retem purple triggers, which you could use yourself since they are other ways to make money, or you could sell those on the personal shop for some additional money. And you can get Alt Secret 3 capsules here, which sell for a huge amount since it is still one of the best capsules to use for any Kvaris equipment. This is one of the easiest ways to make money since you don't have to be high level and you don't have to have a lot of dedication into your gear. As long as you are running anything that has really good AoE, such as Ranger, such as Force, you will be a-okay to farm this. You can also do this farm completely by yourself, but the more people, the merrier. This type of farming solely relies on you triggering PSE bursts, and to get PSE bursts, you need to get that PSE gauge all the way up to 4 and then get it to a 5th bar by completing a trial. So the more people spread out around this rank 1 Alnothe region, you can kill more monsters, you can get that bar increased quicker. And the 7th and final way I am going to show you how to make money for the Kvaris region is Captan Farming. This is one of the newest money-making methods that we have discovered in game. Essentially what Captan Farming is, it's a very rare trial that can spawn at any given time in any area. So what people will do is they will split up and go into their own private rooms and kill some monsters until a trial appears. The significant thing about the Captan trial is that the NPC will tell you when it is a Captan trial. So you kill monsters until the trial appears. If that NPC doesn't tell you that it is a Captan trial, you use the room keyword function to set a new password into a brand new room. And you'll do this over and over until you get a captain in your room. If you're the one that gets that captain in the room, you'll tell everybody else that is doing the same thing, hey, I got that captain, come into my room. Once you get 8 people together in your room, you'll take out that captain and you will get a bunch of highly sought after capsules. Some of those capsules that you can get are Mastery 3s, which are selling for almost 300k on Ship2 right now. The Giga Stat 3 capsules, Deftness 3 capsules, Dreadkeeper 3 capsules, and some other good ones like Spirit 3 and Guard 3. But all in all, you can get a bunch of good capsules. You could make potentially 1 million Meseta off of one captain. So this is one of the best ways to make Meseta right now in the game, but it does come at a cost. You are not actively farming with anybody else. You are essentially alone for this entire process, and you can go with severe droughts of time with no captains appearing. So it does take a significant amount of patience on your behalf to just continue grinding them out until somebody finds that captain. But this is a tried and true method that a lot of people have made hundreds of millions of Meseta in 1 month since we've discovered this farming style. So there you go, guys. These are some of the best ways to make money that we have been using for months now. And with the release of Kvaris, they don't skip a beat at all. They are all still extremely relevant. They are all extremely profitable. I can attest to all of these being really good money because I still do them every single day on stream. So if you're curious about some of these farming systems or want to join in on some of these farming methods, go ahead, click on the link below. I'm live pretty much daily playing PSO2 New Genesis, so you can pop in there and you can come join me live on stream. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please go ahead and leave a like down below and subscribe to the channel. It would mean a bunch to me. If you have a different money-making system that I didn't talk about today, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I would love to hear how you guys have been making money for your fashion and your gear in New Genesis. And with all of that out of the way, guys, good luck making money. I hope you can afford exactly what you want in game, and I'll see you all in the next video real soon.